Good morning, or actually good afternoon. It's like 6 o'clock. Saturday, the 21st of March, 2015. So before this clip started, I showed a video of today on the road on the highway. Drove over something, got a flat. I heard I didn't see it, but I heard like it spin on my wheel and then fly up in the air. I'm like, I hope that didn't pop my tire. Little did I know I drove a little bit farther and it had popped my tire. So pulled over off the highway, had a spare, because in the back of my car I got a spare, but it's not a donut, it's a full size tire, and so had to change that tire. One thing I think everybody should know how to do is to change a tire, like little basic stuff like that is like things I think you should know how to do. I want to say my dad taught me how to change a tire, like for sure, yeah. Going into the shop with him when I was younger, we went to the shop with him every once in a while. So that actually showed me how to change a tire. So I called my mom today, told her the story, and sent her the video of me changing the tire. And do you know what she told me? She said, "Chris, it reminds me of when you were young. You were in a car seat. I was pregnant with Stephanie, obviously my sister, and I ran over something, got a flat tire. So after I ran over something, I pull over. A guy pulls up and says, 'Hey, ma'am, you got a spare?' My mother says, 'Yes.' He said, 'It'll be $25, and I'll come and I'll change your tire.' And my mother said she told him, 'Hold on one second.' Got the spare, got the tire, jacked it up, switched the tire, and was like, 'Yeah, no, I got it.' And I'm like, that is a crazy story, mommy. You should have just gave him the $25. But no, so she was just like, 'Yeah, no, because I think I was trying to tell her like, yeah, you see how I knew it? I didn't. I don't know. I've never really had a conversation with her like, yeah, you know, I know how to change my tire or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. Did you know I know how to do that? She's like, yeah, I hope you knew how to do it. I was changing tires while being pregnant. Which that's just mommy. She's always got a story on some crazy, crazy stuff. Actually, one of the craziest stories is the story my mother told me about my name. So my name is Christopher Reeves, right? But my mother said when I was going to the hospital, obviously my last name is Reeves because my dad's last name is Reeves, and she was gonna name me Jonathan. So with her, she's going to the hospital. She's gonna name me Jonathan. I'm in birth. She's in. She has me, whatever. She brings me in. She says that the nurse says you have the biggest baby in the hospital. I was 11 pounds 8 ounces. She says you have a Superman. My mother said at that moment she decided I'm not gonna go with the Jonathan. I'm gonna go with Christopher Reeves because that was the original Superman's name. The original actor who played Superman, that was his name. And it's crazy now because now when I tell people, like a lot of people, like younger people don't know that, even though, because the actual actor Christopher Reeves ended up falling off a horse and being paralyzed for the rest of his life, which by the time I was old enough to know about him, he was already paralyzed. And then I think about 3 or 4 years ago, he died. And so when I tell people that story, and he was like the original first actor. I think it was obviously a comic book first, right? But he was the first original actor to play it. People be like, who? You know what I'm saying? Especially these young generations. So I gave CJ the name of Christopher Reeves, but I feel like it people aren't gonna make the connection because by the time he's old enough, let's say 18, it's been like another 20 years. It's gonna be that this guy's been dead, so like people might not be making connections. So he won't go through what I went through. But what I went through having the name Christopher Reeves, I couldn't go to no doctor's appointment. Even when I got in the military, everybody would get a list of who's coming in or whatever. They're like, we got a Christopher Reeves, we got Superman in the building. So like all my doctor's appointments, when I get a new doctor, they're like, oh, Superman's in the building, like because I guess they read the charts or whatever. Then when I got to basic training, I got it too. They was like, and we had everybody line up, and they was like, I want to know who Superman is. Superman, take one step forward. I'm like, man, day one, they picked on me, but it was cool because it made me a stronger soldier. So that was cool. But that's like a little one of the stories my mom has about. She's always having stories. But my mom is a very influential person in my life. Actually, she I get a lot of lessons from her. I learned a lot of stuff from her. I always felt like my mother built me to go to the military. Like she didn't know it at the time, but the things that she was teaching me and the lessons. One of the things she would say is everything has a place and there's a place for everything. And in the military, everything was dress right dress, which literally meant the same concept. But I was just, and she was strict. She was about being clean, being organized, being on time. When I ended up getting in the military, I taught her the saying: 15 minutes early is on time. On time is late. 15 minutes late, you might as well not even show up. It'd just be a big disgrace. She was like, yes, I like that saying. So I always thought it was really funny how my mother, I felt like she got me ready for that aspect of my life of being in the military. Even now, I have a great relationship with my mother. I call my mom time and time. I literally like every other day, but I sometimes call my mother just to tell her I love her. Like that's the type of relationship you should we have. Best friends. But I think me and my mother's relationship is so good because we don't live in the same city. I feel like if I lived in Boston with my mother, I don't know how great it would be. Like one of those people that like a little bit of dosage is like, mommy, if you watch this, I love you to death, but I don't know if I could deal with you every day. Like phone calls, those are easy. Every once in a while, I hang up on her, be like, "Oh, bad connection, bad collection. What'd you say?" Grab a little paper, muffle it up on the phone. Even though it's 2018 and ain't no static on no phone, I'm going through 3 tunnels and under a bridge. I'm gonna have to call you back. you know. But no, I don't hang up on my mother. Those times we did get cut off, it was serious. It was traffic. All right, but no, So yeah, no. Me and my mom, great relationship. We talk. One thing my mother is really good at, she builds up my confidence. My mother makes me feel very confident about the man that I am. So like it makes it so I feel like I don't have something to prove to everybody. So that's one of the things that I really appreciate from my mother. Um, Not going the whole 10 minutes today. Just wanted to check in. I'll show the video again of the tire switch because it happened so fast. Because I got in there like one of the speed crews, for the race car NASCAR. I'll probably try out. I'll probably make it. Get down, get the tire off. You'll see the video. Play the clip.